Let's see. First one. Here we go. Watch, game crashes. Alright. We get any legendaries right off the bat? No. Piece of shit. Alright, so we got Clockwork Gnome. We got Cogmaster. That's a good one. We got a Charge and a Taunt. That's a good one. We got Tinker's Sharp Souled fucking Oil. That's a really good one. I really like that shit. I can't believe that's a fucking neutral. You gotta be joking. That's a neutral. What the hell? Give her Friendly Mech 4 health. That's actually really good. Any legendaries here? Wait. Where the hell is the fucking... Oh, okay. I see a lot of people getting this, but I guess, again, because that's a fucking normal, I don't know how. Annoyotron's really good. Well, not neutral, but I mean, you know, the ranking of it. That's what I mean. Give your weapon 1 attack. I guess for rogue, I guess that's good. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain 2 attack. Damn, that'd be pretty good for like mage and shit. Against mage, I mean. Hunter, I'm gonna have to build like an all beast deck just to even take advantage of that. My ID on here is Azerite YT 1383. Azerite YT 1383. All right, let's do this shit. No legendaries? Fucking piece of shit. Got another Sharp Soul though, I like that. Snow Chugger seems like he's a easier to get out there version of, I always go to this Water Elemental or Frost Elemental, one of those two. I want to try out the Ogres too to see that 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy bullshit. Gain 5 armor, that's pretty nice for Warrior. Now what do we got? This is an OP card to the fucking max. This is way out of line and needs to get like nerfed insta-fast. Because I mean, for a priest card especially, giving a minion +2 attack and +4 health for 3 is insane. That's insane on itself. But then you get +1 spell damage on top of that. I mean, okay, I'll be fair and say, you know, that priest doesn't have a lot of spell damage cards that could actually take advantage of this. But all the same, that's just a lot of value. That's ridiculous. And then another one of these guys. This is a better version of that one card that's got Wind Fury really early on, so I like that. Cobra Shot seems pretty good. That seems kind of like a, you know, use it when you need to get rid of a minion and you don't really fucking want to like waste your minions on it, whatever. And now this one I really like. This is a really early taunt, but if the person's playing a lot of death rattles, that's just like face fuck mode pretty much. You can just get like a bunch of shit right off the bat for that. That could like flip a game around. A lot of these cards are very RNG cards. They're very, very RNG cards. Now this one is pretty nice because this 2-cost minion could be anything from, you know, a piece of shit to a legendary, because there are 2-cost legendaries, if I remember right. So, and then you got Goblin Auto Barber again. We got another Cogmaster. We got Anti-Killbot, which I do like. What do we get for the rare? We got a Shaman rare, Wind Fury and Overload of just 1. 50% chance. I mean, it's a Wind Fury 5/4, but it's also got Overload and 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. So, Blessing of Kings costs 4/4 and costs 4, but it's a Paladin card. So I'm saying that's balanced out for him because Paladin is pretty much like all buffs out the ass. Priest already has a lot of buffs. So what I'm saying is this gives a hero, a priest, an already even higher chance to drop that on somebody, then do the double health spell, then increase that to make their attack the same, etc. So it basically gives them even more opportunities to do that kind of shit, and that's why I'm saying it's broken to have that. For those of you that don't know, RNG means random number generator, but it's used in reference to games like this, and any game really, to mean a random chance of something happening. So instead of, let's say, I'm playing Hearthstone, right? And, you know, I want my minion to attack his minion. Well, that's a guaranteed thing. That minion is going to attack that minion. But RNG would be like the ogres in here, where you've got a 50% chance to attack the wrong character, or if you drop a card that has like a 1 in 5 chance of dropping a certain card or something else like that. That's what RNG is, basically. Yeah, it sounds about right, Kayuni. They're more like push your advantage when you've got it. Another Snow Chugger, Dark Bomb. I don't really know about this one. I mean, it's basically like just damage. Okay. I mean, doesn't really seem to fit with the Warlock's whole motive of like sacrificing your life to be able to do more damage to the enemy. But, oh, I got an epic. Oh, I like this. Death Battle, summon a random 4-cost minion. Now that could be a lot of good shit. And it's a 6/4. Pirate, there's a lot of pirate cards in this. I don't really play pirate. And another Whirling Zap-O-Matic. What? Fuck, bitch. What we got here? Alright. So, got 2 of those right off the bat, and a Micro Machine, which Micro Machine's a pretty good early play, I think, if they don't have some way to board clear, you know, some sort of like do 2 damage to everybody on the board or whatever else. I mean, that could get a lot of damage really quickly. That could prevent them from taking out anything. And this guy is, you know, stealth. He's okay. This is pretty nice. This is a basically a fairy, that one fairy dragon thing or whatever, because it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, but it's also a taunt and it has 5 health. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. I like that shit. Packs cost, I believe, is it $2 or $1? I'm not sure which, but it's one of those 2, and then it costs 100 gold in in-game money. No, what I'm saying when I say that Dark Bomb isn't that good, I'm not saying that it's not good as a card. I'm saying that it doesn't seem to fit the Warlock motif. It seems like it would be more like a, I don't know, like a warrior card or a, even a warrior card. I mean, fucking give it to anybody, because like warrior is, you know, do extra damage when your minions are injured or gain armor. Warlock is do damage to yourself to do higher damage to the enemy and rush the game. You know, stuff like that. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really fit as a Warlock card. That it would make more sense if, like, do 3 damage to enemy and take, you know, fucking 3 damage yourself for, like, 1 or something like that. Or, like, you know, do 3 damage to a minion and do 3 damage to one of your minions or something like that. Like a sacrificial card, because that's what a lot of the Warlock cards are. That's why I'm saying, you know, it doesn't really seem to fit as a Warlock card. Yeah, something like that, you know. Spend 3 life to do 4 more damage. Something that's Warlock-based, you know. Alright, so we got Give a Friendly Mech 2/2. I like that. Freeze any character when your opponent casts a spell, gain 1 attack. That's a pretty high damage pirate, but again, I don't really play pirates. Here we have the infamous Druid of the Fang, which is so bizarre to have beast cards for Druid, I guess. No legendaries yet, or even only 1 epic. Glaive Zuka is give a random friendly minion 1 attack, and for a hunter, that's kind of... Another Salty Dog, another one of these guys, another one of these guys. Restore 3 health if the target is still damaged, summon a Light Warden. That's pretty nice. I've heard that's basically, I mean, 3 health heal for 1 is nice, but then you also get a minion on top of it. It's pretty nice. And then, another one without that. Oh, 2 rares. So we got 2 rares on here. Add a random minion to your hand, it costs 3 less. I mean, because this is a mage card, you don't really have many minions in your mage decks usually. So that's not really as strong, which is why they can probably drop this on here instead of like having it for another class, it would probably be OP as shit. Another pirate card, again, kind of... I mean, I could see somebody like flipping a game over if they summon this, and then summon a lot of low-cost pirates all in one shot would be pretty epic. So, one of those minion takes damage at a spare part card. Max cost 1 less. And, you know, nothing really blowing my mind there. Dark Bomb again. Restore 4 health to your hero and gain 2 attack this turn. So that kind of makes it like that one warrior card where you gain 4... Or who am I thinking of? Or no, I'm thinking of the Druid card where you gain like 4... Is that Druid? Where you gain 4 damage and you gain 4 armor that turn? Another Murloc card, which is good for the Murloc deck, so you can give even more Murlocs in your thing to get buffed by the War Leader one. Shrinkmeister, give a minion -2 attack this turn. That's one of the few cards, I think that's the only card that lets you do that, that actually negates attack by a certain amount. Summon 3 Silverhand Recruits. Equip a 1/4 weapon. Now, depending in the order this goes, if this goes first summon and then equip, this could be pretty nice if you had that one weapon where it gives an extra 1/1 to all of the minions, because then you could have 2/2/2/2/2/2 and then go right into equipping another 1/4 weapon after that weapon's worn out. So that'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty fucking nice right there if you use that correctly. Now you've got this is kind of one of those just drop it on shit cards, you know, hey, we got a 5/4/4 whatever. Another one of these guys. If you have a mech, gain 1/1 and add a spare part to your hand. That's, again, very mech-based thing. Battle Cry, another one of those. What do we get for this? Sword of Justice, yeah. Here we got Matter Bomber, dealing 6 damage randomly split between all their characters. If the guy's really low, this could be like a game finisher. Of course, it could totally bone yourself, too. What do we got here? Got 2 rares. So whenever you summon a mech, gain Divine Shield. Oh, so every time you summon a mech, you could just repeatedly drop Divine Shield on this guy. Now imagine, you could drop 2 of these, and then drop another guy, and then drop Blood Knight, and you'd get fucking Divine Shield at the ass. This card seems like it would be almost a deck-centric card, that you could like drop this, and then you could, like, I mean, I wonder if this stacks. Like, I mean, if you have 2 Jeeves out, do they have to draw until they have 6 cards, or is it just 3? That's what I wonder. It's probably just 3. But you could, like, you know, waste their deck really fast or something like that. You could, in fact, use this. What you could do is you could get that one Druid card that restores everybody's life, drop this, and get both of you to fatigue, and then drop the all restore your life thing, and then just use your Druid power to ignore the fatigue by a little bit and do damage to them at the same time. So, I mean, it's a very, you know, situational thing you could do, but that'd still be pretty cool to be able to pull something like that off. But that'd be pretty cool, though. I'd like that. Let's try this shit. What do we got? Still no legendaries. So this one is pretty situational. You can choose it to have +1 attack or +1 health, depending on what you might need. And it's a taunt, so that's pretty nice. We got another one of these guys. Got the millionth Cogmaster. Got 2 of those at once. Come on. Give me something. Got another epic. I like this. This is a warrior card. Again, playing off the damage motif here. You can destroy a minion for 7, but if you have a damaged minion, it costs 4 or less, making it the cheapest removal in the game. This makes it a 3-cost removal, which is cheaper than the Assassin's 5, than the Rogue's Assassin card for 5, and pretty much any other card I can think of in the game. I mean, it's cheaper than a Polymorph, and it doesn't turn it into a 1/1. It just destroys it for 3. I mean, that's pretty fucking nice. Clockwork Gnome, that's good, that's good. Spell damage +1 as a mage. It's a decent, you know, throw down that shit for spell damage. That's cool. Ragnar's Edge, I don't really do crazy-ass card synergy shit. I usually build my decks somewhat off of what the pros do, and then I just modify them some. And then I've gotten to know the game decently now that I've got a good idea of what would probably be good. So, I mean, you know. Naturalize is 1 mana, but I guess what I'm trying to get across here is it doesn't have any... retribution for it. Naturalize, you get to remove a minion, but it gives your opponent 2 cards. So it's like, you know, depending on where you're at in the game, that's not really a good thing. But that card is a 3 if you got a damage minion with no, you know, negative side to it at all. It just removes it and that's done. Yeah, I guess straight up destroy minion, no drawbacks at all. So give your other mechs 2 attack as a battle cry is pretty nice, which means even after he dies, the effect will persist. And for only 3, that's pretty nice. Draw a card if it's minion transform into chicken. This would be like really good in a mage deck because you wouldn't have many minions. And almost any other deck it'd probably suck dick. This is kind of like a joke card. Like, I mean, you know, 4 damage for 2 is nice. And for 3 it's nice, but 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy could go really, really bad because you're using it as yourself. So since it's a warrior, yeah, you're going to have the armor, hopefully. But you could, like, you know, fuck up and attack like a, you know, 12-12 Deathwing or something like that and blow your asshole off. So you've got a 2-2 with a Divine Shield, that's good. Another one of these guys, another one of these guys, another one of these, another one of these, nothing new. Yeah, Deathbite is really nice. This guy's enraged for 1 attack, so he's basically like a lot of other cards like that. This is pretty nice. This is definitely a very, very awesome Shaman card. It's basically like the mana one where it has no damage like a lot of other totems do, but restore 4 health to your hero. This makes it like the fucking, oh, I can never remember the name of that card, the priest card that restores 5 health at the end of the turn or something like, not 5 health, it restores 3 health. But this is less health, but it restores 4 health, and it's specifically to your hero, so you don't have to worry about it restoring it to other minions. And it's only 2. And if you get the shit to like buff totems, or you have like a taunt up or whatever, you could just basically, you know, eat shit all day long and not worry about it. I mean, this is a really fucking nice card. And then this is good, you know, we're fucking already selling these, so fuck these. Come on, give me 1 legendary, people. Alright, target dummy is an O2 taunt. It's a mech, so, you know, I assume it'll be buffed the shit out of by other mech cards. This is a 3 to 6 damage card, which makes it a lot of RNG. This could basically be blown on like a 6 damage and hope for the miracle 6 damage, or you could basically waste it. So, you know, this could also be like a game ender too. We already got all these. Lightwell, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. We got an epic. Put a random minion from each player's hand into the battlefield. This is RNG out the ass. This could like win you the game, or this could lose you the game. And then we got all these that we already got. And it's a golden one too. What do we got here? We got a golden. That's a regular fucking shit. We got another one of these guys. These are really good. Whenever your hero takes damage on your turn, take 2/2. Now this is obviously meant to be used with the life tap ability, but you could put out some pretty epic shit with this. You could drop that, and in a single turn, if you had 10, you could drop that, have a fucking life tap, that's 2. You could bring out a Flame Imp, which I believe is 1 or 2. I forget how much Flame Imp is because I don't usually use them. And you could have a fucking 8/8 for 5 and have a Flame Imp out and draw a card. So that's pretty nice. What do we got here? Alright, Taunt and Battle Cry. Gain 1 attack for each other beast you have. Now, obviously, you do something like fucking call the hounds, you know, or at least fucking whatever the fuck the hounds in the ass, and you drop this, and if they have a lot of minions out, well, you're gonna get like a fucking, you know, 6/6 taunt, which, I mean, if you don't use that, it's like pretty much buttholes for like a 5 to get 2/6. So again, this is really situational, but it's also a beast, so, you know, it can get buffed by the other beast cards you've got. You could have like, you know, fucking Tundra Rhino out, give this bitch charge right off the bat. You'd have a fucking like, you know, 8/6 charge or something like that. So we got these guys, got all these. Explosive Sheep Death Rattle, deal 2 death to all minions. This makes it a really cheap consecrate to both sides. So if you have nothing else out, you can pretty much drop that guy and then just, you know, like, you could drop this as a mage. This would be a really cheap 2 damage clear mage card, so that'd be pretty nice. Hey, Perez. What do we got here? Deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle. Now that could be, again, depending on what they've got out there, I could do some pretty OP shit. Of course, though, if you have Death Rattle out, it doesn't say enemy minion, it just says yours. So that could also fuck you in the ass. Still no legendaries. Now this is nice shit, man. Deal 2 damage or 4 damage to random enemy minion. Makes this basically a weaker fireball for 2 damage or 2 mana, which is pretty nice. 1/4 Wind Fury. It's a mech, so again it could get buffed a lot. Come on, we got 6 decks left. We gotta get one. Epic. Your hero power can target minions as a hunter. Now this basically turns your shit into a 2 cost, 2 damage to minions, which is very nice. You have every turn. Very, very nice. What do we got here? Another Tinker Sharp Sword. Another one of these. Another one of these. Shuffle an enemy minion into your opponent's deck. So, I mean, that's a removal, but it could also be really bad depending on what one you use, because they could, like, maybe battle cry it against. So you gotta, like, obviously use that, you know, with some intelligence. Yes! A legendary. Okay, so also damages the minions next to whomever he attacks. This is a pretty awesome one. This is basically like damage in triplicate if they have a lot of minions out. Like, you could clear the shit out of a fucking board with this. So I like that. And the other ones we've seen before. I got one legendary though. Not the one I was hoping for. I really wanted to get the Warlock legendary, but I'll take it. Seal of Light. Whenever a character is healed, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. This is a pretty unique priest card in that it gives you damage for healing. So if you had this out and you fucking kept on doing it over and over and stuff like that, like attacking, you know, early game, you could do some pretty good damage. Another epic. Whenever your opponent plays a card, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Now, this would be really OP if it's silenced. And if you had charge on it, it'd be really nice, because it'd basically be like a win before they can blow your ass off card. But this is, you know, again, very, very situational. You don't want to play this when they have a lot of guys out, because they could fucking, you know, like blow your ass off here whenever they play a card on their turn. You know, if you're playing against like a rogue, they could just like literally empty your deck in 1 turn. So down to the last one. Any legendaries? No, but 2 rares. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to a non-mech minion as a Warlock. That's pretty cool. If you control a secret at the end of your turn, restore 4 health to your hero. That's pretty nice for secrets.